Nowadays, it's pretty common to find a backup camera in a piece of equipment. What's not common is finding it on a skid steer that's nearly 30 years old. If you want to add a backup camera to your piece of equipment, no matter how old it is, stick around and I'll show you how I did it. So here's the one I'm going to be installing. It's a, I don't know what that is, Simonized, doesn't matter, some cheapo Chinese backup camera. 110-degree viewing angle. Supposedly the camera is waterproof. I notice over here it says it's not for truck, pickup, trailer, camper, semi, motorhome. I'm assuming that's because the cables are going to be too short. Now here's where they suck you in. It says it's built-in wireless receiver monitor. But that doesn't mean this thing's completely wireless. It's still going to need 12 volts power. Let's pop it open and see what I got for my $34.99. Set the camera down, I guess. Got our little monitor here, which looks like it's supposed to fix with double stick tape. I got to looking at the mount here, and it is just double stick tape on there, but it goes almost all the way around to where I might be able to just stick that on the ceiling of the skid steer. We'll have to see. Probably going to fall off and smack me in the head. Yep. Little 4-pronger deal there. That looks like it plugs into this 4-prong here, which goes into the wireless transmitter and plugs into this, which plugs into this to get your 12 volt power. I don't know what I was thinking before. Of course the wires aren't long enough. It's wireless, duh. The transmitter is not strong enough to transmit from the back of an RV, or I guess even a pickup. I mean, it does say right on here, not suitable for truck, pickup, trailer. It must be such a weak transmitter that it's not going to go that far. But I mean, we're only going from the back of a skid steer up into the cab, so what, 4-5 feet at the most? Should be fine for what we're doing. I just saw this. This is about the cheesiest thing ever. The back of the cigarette lighter adapter says push on. You're supposed to click that to turn the thing on and off. So here we are in the cockpit, and it's pretty tight in these old units. There's not a ton of room up here to be sticking it. And honestly, ideally, I'd like to stick it right here. I mean, right on the bottom of the gauges would be about ideal. This is your normal line of sight. You just glance over, there it is. Now here's the problem with that, is this is meant to go inside your vehicle, and if it's sitting right here, that means when it's raining or snowing and it's blowing in through the vent behind it or through the front here, it's gonna get soaked. Or when I power wash it and forget this thing's hanging down here, it's gonna get soaked. So I think what I'm gonna do instead is tuck it up here in the ceiling, far enough back to where, you know, it's not blocking the fuel gauge there, but I'll have to go from looking here to looking up at it. Not the end of the world, not ideal, but I guarantee you, if I mount it down here, where it's a little bit easier to see, I really think it's gonna get killed pretty quick. So the original plan was down here. I revised that to right here, and then I revised it again to back here, because when the lap bar is up and I go to stick my fat hand in here, I was going to punch that thing just right in the middle of the display. I just removed the 2 fasteners that hold up the dash panel, and my plan is to route the 12 volts for the monitor here off the back of the fuel gauge. It should be nice and close. Oh, it's falling down on my face now. It's going to be about the closest thing that has power to it, and it's going to be switched with the ignition. Here's my ground connection for the monitor and the connection for the power. Well, it definitely powers up. It doesn't stay on for very long. It shuts off and goes black. There's a couple switches on the back here. I've pressed them all. They don't really seem to make a difference. I'm assuming I'm gonna have to get the camera hooked up now before I get anything else. I kind of thought it might stay lit up, but nope. All right, I wired up the camera temporarily. Let's see what happens. Ooh, that's nice. So that's just sitting on top of the hood back here, down in the cooling fins. My issue with that is, the biggest reason I wanted to install this was to let it run over a kid. You can see I've got the cigarette lighter from the monitor spliced into the harness for the camera, and that's how I'm powering it currently. So if it's up here, I can really only see at that height. You know, I can't see anything that's going to be right here up close. So if a little kid walks up behind me, I still can't see them. I guess now it's just going to be figuring out the placement. I know I've seen some where they have them built in right here. I don't want to just stick it on the outside because I know I'm going to rip that off. Oh, and look at that, I can show you that too. It's got lights on it. So I don't know how well it's going to work at night. I've decided I think I'm just going to put the camera right up here. That doesn't leave much of a blind spot whatsoever. I mean, you would have to be standing, it'd have to be a small child right up against the back of this machine for me to not be able to see it. So I'm very happy with that. See if I can get this grommet shoved in here. This kit didn't come with any grommets. It's just the plain old Harbor Freight variety. Which means it's pretty much plastic, because it's, I don't know, 4 or 5 years old now. I'm gonna go back with a pick and kind of dig at the edges, see if I can't get it pulled up over it a little bit better. The pick was just a tool. I got the edges pulled up and it seems to work pretty well. I mean, honestly, the goal is to have it not be rubbing on metal, right? Who cares if it's hard and plasticky? That looks pretty centered up. Good enough. And there we have it, finished product. The wiring is going through that nice grommet there. I probably could have done something better with the mount. It's clearly made to go over a license plate, but what's the point? It's going on a 30-year-old skid steer. Why try and make it look streamlined when it really doesn't make a difference? So what we've got here is the power for the monitor coming off the fuel gauge, and the power for the camera coming off the temp gauge. I probably could have put this on the fuel gauge as well, but I've also got the lights tied into that spot. They are LEDs, so they don't draw much. I mean, you know, virtually anything. But I really don't want to get too many ring terminals on those posts back there and just get it a jumbled up mess, more than it already is. Gehl sure jammed plenty of wiring behind this dash panel. Now you can see on the floor behind me I've got a work light. You can only see one half of it. You can just barely see the other half of the light poking up right in this area. Let's go out and see just how close that is to the back of the skid steer. So the only area you can't see would be from right there down at an angle to this work light. Pretty small area. I mean, there's not going to be many things other than a dog, a small kid, you know, scooting right in here at the last minute. Obviously, you can't rely on this 100%. Something can still pop up behind it that you can't see, but it sure does make a guy's life a lot easier. For now, we've got the wiring just kind of tucked up here. This harness here that goes down at an angle to the back is supposed to go all the way up and clip in here, here, and back here. Oh, there's a repair job just underneath that sheet metal there, and they cut, I don't know, looks like 12 inches out. So I'm gonna have to get back in there at some point, fix that, and then bring the harness all the way up to the top like it was supposed to be originally, and then down across there. At that point, I will tuck all this mess in there. For now, it's good enough. It's tucked up out of the way. I'm not gonna get it snagged up on anything. Also, I'm still planning on putting a fan in here. I don't know if I'm gonna put it right behind myself, or if I'm gonna put that up in this area somewhere. So we've got a little wiring left to do yet. I've got 1,492 hours right now, so we'll see how long this camera lasts. It works pretty darn well. I can see exactly where I'm going. I will say it would have been nicer if it was down here, because then I could have just gone from looking straight ahead and shifted my eyes right here. Whereas with it being way up here, I gotta turn my head and look at it, which I knew that going into it. You know, if it was down here, I really think the elements would have taken it out, getting rained on and snowed on, especially being a little cheapo $35 unit. But it is really nice to be able to see exactly what's behind me at all times. I can spin right around and it's handy, I'll say that. Well, that's gonna do it for this one, guys. If you like this kind of content, please drop down in the comments, let me know that. Give me a thumbs up while you're there. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so, I'd greatly appreciate it. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.